Coming to you live from the country with the third most expensive average airfare. It's time for Destiny Down Under.
Welcome to the 112th episode of the Destiny Down Under podcast. I am Log Power Slave, and as always, I am joined by none other than Grumpy Old Man, Real Time Sloth, and Matthew. I've had a haircut. Myelin Games. Return of the Mat. I mean, I guess if you're in the audio only listeners, or you're watching this on YouTube, you wouldn't have got the full Mark Morrison Return of the Mac fucking intro. But,
I don't know who Myelin Games is because I am now Myelin Games.
Is that some sort of extended butt plug?
It's a wand sloth from Ollivanders. Thank you very much.
Oh, right.
And I was gifted it by Ollivander himself in Japan. Thank you very much.
So when's your nose going to drop off? You fucking evil bastard.
I've gone to the dark side.
It's good to have you back. Good to have you back, dude. That was the trip. We'll jump into that straight off the bat because there's only a little bit of Destiny to talk this week, and we'll definitely get to it. But
it was good. I mean, I really like Japan. So for those who didn't know, EA had an event over there for Anthem at the Red Bull Sphere. I was expecting a very over-the-top, like, massive gaming center, but it was Tokyo. It was underground. It was a bit of an illusion, but it was a cool area. I really like the keyboards that we're using. I can't remember what I think they were like a Logitech, but they were like the short keyboards with no number pad, and they were really good.
Little short boards.
Anyway, played a lot of Anthem. We played some strongholds and a bunch of the missions and squatted up. A bunch of other Aussie content creators were there too, so it's good to meet some other people. Considering, new IP, there's no one. It's interesting going into like a new game, right? It's not like Destiny where you've got like the Destiny community and you've got people that excel in certain areas. It's sort of all up in the air yet for who's going to go and do what. The event itself was good. The food was great. I got sick like literally the third day, and I'm just still recovering from it now. So Danny's really ill at the moment as well. So we went. The highlight though was Universal Studios. Me and Danny came with me, so I actually took some time off after the EA thing, and we just did some traveling. Went to Kyoto and. We went to Universal Studios, did the whole Harry Potter stuff. We're massive Harry Potter fans, Danny and I. So that was fun.
So I mean, let's just look into that a little bit as well. Is that so? When he got back, it's the same. We're in the same time zone as Japan, so we're not. It's not too much of a like jet lag or anything like that. I got back and I get a message. I'm sitting there playing Apex, and he's like, "Oh, how's this Apex going?" Yeah, all right. And he comes in, and sounds like he's smoked fucking 3 packets of Camel Reds over the last 12 hours, and all that sort of thing. And he comes, and he's like, played some Apex, and then both of us got off. And then later on that night, I'm like I see him in the Origin list, and he's like, "Hey man, you want to come play some Apex?" I get a message the next morning, dude. I was hallucinating. I was seeing fucking Jeebus. There was shit on the ceiling. I can't see anything.
I crashed hard. Like I was saying to you guys, the only way I can explain it is like the fevers you get when you're a child and you're just completely useless and like you just can't do anything. I haven't had that happen in a long time, but I was just laying in a pool of my own sweat in bed, just half dream state going, like, what is happening? And I'm like half dreaming about playing Apex, half just being what is going on. And like, just can't even move. Danny's bringing me like, ice water and dabbing my forehead with like a wet flannel.
You know you're fucked when the forehead dab is appropriate, right?
Like, it was, and then I had the shivers, and I was like, I'm so cold. Daddy's like, you are burnt. You're on fire. You do not need any more blankets. And
I shouldn't laugh. Look, and now she's got it, you fucking miserable bastard.
Look, you don't want to inflict pain on your partner, but she was like, oh, you're overreacting.
That's got me influenced for.
Now, she is paralytic on the couch, eating coconut yogurt, watching Scrubs, runs up like this in like 35-degree heat.
You are a mongrel. Myelin germs, everybody.
Fucking don't you start, Power Slave.
Oh, God.
Sloth's mic just cut out and no one had the benefit of whatever the fuck it was that you just called me.
I said you would do the same thing to Rachel if you could.
I have done the same thing, 100%.
Yeah.
Just because I'm calling Matt a bastard doesn't mean that I am not wholly and solely one as well. So now that we've established that, 100%. Oh, well, it's good to have you back at any rate, mate. And a little bit of a big drop this week with the volume 2 of the law books or whatever that shit is you do.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I didn't even know it was going up. Non-Pig's like a volume 2. I'm like, what do you know about it? It's on the Bungie store. Oh wow. Yeah, that's cool. I don't think anything else has been released. Doesn't have the title yet, but not until the end of the year. But I probably can't say, but I will anyway. I think you guys impressed. The support for Volume 1 really impressed them, and I think there's going to be some changes in Volume 2 for the better, I think, to improve the Grimoire anthology. I think there'll be more in Volume 2 for not just the enthusiasts, but like, for everybody. How about that?
Sweet.
The only thing, we all have our own opinions that sometimes we go publicly, sometimes we keep them in private, as does everyone. But it kind of came out of nowhere, this Volume 2, that it even Bungie didn't even tell you it was happening. It was going to be released, mate.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think they might have a bit on their plate at the moment.
But like,
I think
shit happens.
It's one of these things. I think when you do some work for it, like, look, I finished that work a long time ago. Put it that way. I finished the Volume 2 stuff a while ago, so it wasn't even on my radar either. And I just think you have a lot of different teams. Like, you have like a products team, and then you have like a marketing team. So probably it's sort of a blend of that. And then you have people like me who was a contractor, and another couple of contractors that sort of came in to help out with it. So you sort of got a lot of different people sitting in different places. So it's a bit different when you're not in the studio and getting, like you do with any business, right? You got your team leaders that are going to fucking tell you everything, but if you're contracting, you're a little bit out of the
and
that's
like
fine.
Contracting and living literally half of a planet away.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I mean, that's frustrating and all that sort of thing. But I'm going to fucking buy a comb and I'm going to send it to you because your hair looks like it's
what
a
have
fucking
you done to yourself, Matthew?
bucket.
Mate,
you know what? When you first cut it off, you came on the podcast.
This is what it looks like when you just had a restless fever.
Go get a comb and fucking comb your hair.
No. Okay. Look. Just between me and you, right? So Danny's mum's
and everyone listening to the podcast.
Yeah, and everyone listening. Danny's mum's a hairdresser. Okay, I'm gonna have to whisper. She did my hair, and you can't say you don't like it. All right. So. And it sort of needs a little bit. It needs to be a little bit different for me to comb it. So Yeah, well, you fucking brought this up, you dickhead.
No, this is the best, man. Because, there is nothing like sitting there in front of a mirror watching yourself slowly get a shit haircut and you never say anything. Never. I've had haircuts that bad that I've come home and gone to Rach, shave my head. What the fuck is this?
And that's why I do this myself.
Bald. You fuck off.
I can listen, there is a fucking rumor going around that I can't win bet of whatever it is that we bet a few weeks ago, and I have to grow my hair for 6 months. You cunts will fucking shit. Shit.
You know what? It's that early on. I didn't even have the ready. Oh, dude. Okay, do we want to talk about Destiny? Or we just want to get into Danny's mum's shit haircuts? What was that?
Yeah, that was a sneeze there.
It was one of these ones.
It was a cough. It was a cough.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Just whack my hand on a light. Anyway. What the fuck is this show?
It's like you've got a fucking tuning fork or something just sitting there, just like.
Yeah, good. All right.
What have I become? Right. This week at Bungie, the 7th of the 2nd, 2019. This week at Bungie, we prepare for Crimson Days. Love is almost in the air. Love is in the air. Everywhere I look around. Crimson Days.
Change the Twitch category to, what is it? Twitch sings?
Oh,
shut up.
How'd you go with that last night?
Oh, fuck. All right, yeah.
Yeah, look, for the end, let's do Destiny and then we can hang shit on Slide.
Destiny first, then we'll go. Crimson Days returns February 12th through February 19th. Lord Shax will be officiating the Chaos again this year, watching you and a partner take on the competition. Bounties will also offer a few objectives outside of the Crucible, so be prepared for a delicious bouquet of activities from which to choose. Rewards from last year's event will also be returning with the added Fire of the Vow, a new solar bow for players to earn during this event. All players of Destiny 2 are invited to join in on the festivities. We'll also be hosting a Bungie bounty to celebrate the event. Come watch as Cosmo and Deej dive into the Crimson Days playlist on PlayStation 4. Now, the Vow, is this the bow that he was going to get Mara?
Yeah, I reckon so, hey. I reckon so.
And because she is technically dead, he can't give it to her.
Look at Lord
What do you mean
Master.
she's
every sense of the term.
What do you
Well,
mean?
he doesn't know that she's come back.
Yeah, he doesn't know. We only know.
I mean, it's a fair assumption that someone would have told him. I guess, but...
the eye twitch of the...
No, but... No, shut. Look, this is the only time you're going to stop me because I've got the flu and my brain can't keep up with it. But when did he give her the present? No,
he didn't.
No, he didn't give her the present. Like the Vow is the bow that he was going to give to her.
Yeah, because he was talking to Grandma,
and his heart is broken. His heart is broken because she fucking bit the bullet in TTK. And now he's like, fuck it, I'm getting rid of this. I'm sick of Mara. I'm going to go shag Ikora or something. I don't know.
That's a bit presumptuous.
Well,
wow.
To be honest, he's probably just waiting for an Kara summoning again.
Please, this week. Please, Traveller, this week.
Aren't we all?
Please let Mara summon me to her throne room so we can bang like school, like absolute uni students, just fucking.
Oh,
just stop, you crook old man.
Imagine the paranoia. Just think about this: that you could be teleported at any time for a booty call.
Well, I think there's a few. Like if you're in the middle of taking a dump, and
you just
send straight back, oh, boom, into the room. No thanks. Send him back. Thanks, Riven. Boom. Come back when you've had a shower. I'll give you 20 minutes.
Are you sure you would like to use your second wish? Yep. Send him straight back.
That'll do.
So the Crimson Days Bungee Bounty will be the Thursday, February 14th, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. PST, twitch.tv/Bungie. Find them, beat them, and claim a Sign of Mutual Combat emblem.
Is that just the normal? Is that the normal Bungee Bounty emblem?
I don't know.
I think it is.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it is. Anyway, moving on.
And this is one that well, the three of us actually are very interested in. But I've been making a lot of noise about this of late. I know a lot of people who are much larger than I have been making a lot of noise about this of late. But skating at the speed of light. Now, Titan skating for me personally in PvP, PvE, whatever, I don't really mind, except for Gambit. But like full on PvE, Titan skating, whatever, I don't really care. Yeah. But it is a bane on PvP.
Yeah.
It is a bane. I jumped in and played some PvP this week, and we're on Midtown. It was Control. We're like, all right, cool, no worries. I got this Titan down to really quite low health on Charlie Point. He went down Bravo all the way around past Alpha, came back and hit me and killed me before Charlie Point was captured. And I was the only one on Charlie Point after damaging him.
It's fucking C, mate. It's C.
Shut the fuck up.
Sorry.
But so Titan skating is getting a nerf in patch 2.2.0. Titan skating is still possible, just less excessive. Bungie understand that many players value and enjoy this behavior as part of this overall skill set and identity as of a Titan class. However, they'd rather to continue to build on the Titan identity and fantasy of being a fast-moving, aggressive jetpack warrior by continuing to build new fully supported abilities. Quite honestly, anyone who thinks that this is a core part, this behavior is a core part of Titaning, that you can only do it on one platform, you really honestly like.
I don't think anyone actually sits there and goes, "Oh, this is like part of being a Titan." Everyone knows it's more or less an exploit, and if they're sulking about it, chances are that it's just because they've become dependent on it.
I mean, this is sort of what I'm getting from it, is that you can do it with skill now. You're not going to be able to do it with mouse scrolls and macros. That's sort of...
Yeah, I mean, if you can't do it with mouse scrolls and macros, then you can't do it, because that's really the only way to be able to hit it quick enough. But
Bullshit.
You reckon?
Etz has got a point there. Titan skating was always part of a D1.
Yeah, you could do it in D1. Look, I don't know. I haven't played enough. I never Titan skated in my life. So, but do you think that this change will make it a little bit easier to do it without macros, but still be very difficult?
No,
do you know what I mean? Like, is it going to be like...
It says here...
macro it, but you could do it, I don't know, with skill.
See, they say that players who do not use macros should not feel any difference once the change is deployed. So that comes down to skill and playing on the class. You know, like, it is ridiculous on how much speed you can get up with macro skating and scroll wheel skating. It's all the same goddamn thing.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, it. I don't know how they do it, but I would be really happy if they remove the ability to Titan skate as a whole. And this is coming from a Titan main who does Titan skate with skill rather than macros.
I think it's fine if you're doing with skill, because you're just not seeing that many people do it. And I don't know. From what chat's saying, it seems like the time it takes you to reach max speed is, you know, way quicker in D2, whereas in D1, from memory, you know, it takes a little bit of a skill and like consecutive jumps to get you to going that speed. So you're not just going like 0 to 100.
Yeah, if you've got the skill to do it, do it. But Ninja, I fully agree that macros will always be a PC, but it's one class on one platform on a multi-platform, multifaceted game.
Yeah.
It gives you, like, Titans already have enough hate for OEM. And do we need the hate for people who are quite legitimately exploiting the game?
So yeah, I mean, that was the saddest thing that happened to me this week, was that I did that tweet and I like, which class would you want to see fucked up at Destiny? And the answer was Titan. And I blame One-Eyed Mask and fucking skating. and probably the fact that I tweeted it and I am an obnoxious dickhead Titan. And imagine that most people that saw it were like, no, I'm voting Titan just to piss log off. So that's also a thing.
So I don't know if anyone can explain this to me, and it's probably not. Hey, welcome to the podcast. Come in and explain stuff to us. But like,
anyway, well, you asked that question.
How do you get rid of macro?
You can't. Look, you can't remove macros from PC gaming.
So what does this mean then?
I reckon they're going to have to cap like the amount of inputs you can do for a
There's be a cooldown on the input, right? Is that what you're at?
That's the only way that I can imagine them doing this. I don't know. Maybe, I mean, it'd be. I really look forward to it happening and then people understanding more about it. Because there's one thing for sure, that if it's a half-assed measure, people will find a way around it. And
can we put a call out for like our resident macro expert, or whenever this gets done? Can we get someone to come on and fucking explain it in layman terms?
I think they're adjusting, from what I've been able to see here, they're adjusting the amount of time between jumps for that particular jump, which is catapult, and you're using line rampants or something like that. And no, you can't remove third-party software. You can't remove.
It's pretty tight already, right?
It's a really tight game. But yeah, they're probably just going to change the timing between jumps with catapult or lift or whatever it is that they're using.
So it seems, but like if you're using a mouse scroll, you can just keep spamming mouse scroll, right?
Yeah, but it'll have to slow down what the inputs are.
They're not removing macros. They're not removing macros. They're stopping the, as you said before, instead of going from fucking 0 to 100 like that, you can still get that speed up, but it's not excessive. You can't escape out of PvP, PvE, Gambit, blah, 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 blah. You know, like it's...
Look, the thing that I take out of it is the second part of that they're looking for other opportunities to make the class kind of play that way, but not like have it be as a result of an exploit. I mean, you know what I mean. I'm not getting into whether it's an exploit or not. Fucking who cares? But like that is, I agree. That's part of the way Titans are, in the sense that they're this really quick, really bulky kind of in-your-face warrior. But I do agree that this needs to change.
Valid point as well is that macros definitely have a poor stigma, and those of you who only PC game with Destiny, like macros were really handy when I was playing World of Warcraft. They're really handy in things like Diablo. Yeah. They're really handy in MOBAs and stuff like that. Like they're not cheating.
Inherently bad.
They're not inherently bad.
I don't think so.
No, they're not inherently bad.
It's a dirty word by association.
It's guilty by association.
I mean, look at it this way. I have a macro set up on my mouse so that my scroll down is basically a quick crouch, so that it's my slide, because I couldn't, because I'm dumb at a keyboard and couldn't figure out an effective place to put it. So that's where it ended up, and it's not something that's supported in game. It's done through the Razer software and that sort of shit. So technically, it's it's not like a button spamming macro, but it's outside of Destiny that I'm able to do it. So it's basically key binding, scroll down to a key, which is C or whatever. So that's a macro. If that's illegal, fuck off.
I would like to see Bungie make, like, just do small changes on this, and just try and get it to a point where it's basically on par with the rest of the abilities across all the other classes. Because at the moment, it's one of the many things, at least for me, that just doesn't make PvP and Gambit fun anymore.
Yeah.
And this is coming from a very, very average player. A very, very average player of PvP and Gambit. But like, we already have to contend with people and sweat away. Fuck me, go and sweat. If you want to sweat in PvP, do it. If you're that good at the game, fantastic. That's props to you for being that good at the game. But the exploit is just a little bit too far for me personally.
Yeah. Right.
It's just one step over the line that I will not. I just don't like stepping foot in PvP anymore. But anyway, whatever. That's just my take. I'm just a humble dickhead on the internet.
So that's March. That we're expecting that to drop 2.2.0 is scheduled to
2.2.0.
I guess if you really love your skating, go and get your fill, because that'll probably come to an abrupt end.
Well, I mean, like, again, it doesn't seem like they're removing it. It's just going to be less excessive. It's going to be not as excessive. I would like to see, who was it? Hammerick is the sandbox dude. Is it Josh Hammerick? That's the sandbox dude?
Yeah, Josh Hammerick,
yeah.
I'd like to see his take on all of this.
Well, I mean, they've made their take pretty clear in that they're doing something about it.
No. Like, I want him to explain a little bit.
Oh, we'll see what comes out.
I'm sure
I think, yeah. I think we're all interested in, like, what they did in the TWAB was they described their intention, not how they're doing it. And so we're just going to have to wait to see how they execute their intention for Titan Skating, and then we can talk about it.
And we've got some reading materials. So as we touched on, the Grimoire Anthology 2 is coming in fall of this year.
Oh, so, can we? And we should need to clarify, because it sort of jumped me as well. And
the Grimoire Anthology Volume 2.
Never tweet before the coffee, and somehow a non-pig got me in between my bed and the coffee machine and got me with a tweet saying Anthology 2's out. Went straight to my computer, saw that it was sold out, and made a funny joke. Turned out not being very funny. Turned out just caused a lot of panic and a lot of hatred. And a lot of people just, like, one of the responses was not just like, I hate you, I hate this, was I'm going to get rid of every single Destiny collector's item I have if it's sold out.
Are you
That's fucking reasonable, isn't it?
I love this community. I fucking hate this community. Legitimately. Like, pull your fucking
I'll
neck
see
in.
if I can find it. It was pretty funny.
Volume 2 is coming this fall as the next edition of the popular Grimoire series. These titles will be available on the Bungie store and other booksellers. Stay tuned for details. Be sure to visit the Bungie store product pages linked in the TWAB and click email when available. They're not sold out.
Yes,
make sure you click the button.
I will
when available.
I will sort of represent those people who thought it was sold out, because it was confused. The website says sold out, and to be honest, even when I was looking for email when available, it wasn't straight away obvious to me where it was. So I think they just sort of not had that button there. And once again, I think that they just underestimated the passion of the law.
That's community. Not passion. That's not passion.
Stop it. It's
that
probably
is not passion.
You know what? It was probably someone just being a smart ass, and now we're sitting here going, "Oh, what a fucking idiot!" Like, as if someone's really going to throw out every piece of shit. Like, fucking hell.
Okay, hold on. I found it.
Hang on.
So am I expected to deal with the fact that they're sold out and never be able to complete the collection? Because if that's the deal, I'll be giving away all my Destiny swag.
All right, whoever that person is a butthurt.
There's got to be a kappa or a lol or something at the end of that, or a gif that says look, seriously, if and I know that there are people out there. Fuck me, I know that there are people out there who do this shit legitimately. I'm so passionate, and if I can't get what I want, I'm going to throw away everything I own. Shut the fuck up. Get some fucking and pull your fucking neck in.
No, to play devil's advocate, I think this is what it came out across as, but what the real intention was, I intend on buying the full collection. What's the point in starting collecting if I can't get it?
Oh,
that's what
What about
Matt's using
people?
his new patented refilter to
What about the fucking like Antiques Roadshow or anything like that? Yeah, I'll watch it. I'm old. Shut the fuck up.
Dude, it's a great show. There's no judging.
Dude, yeah. Do we all watch Antiques Roadshow? Is that?
What about the fucking collectors who spend fucking years and squillions of dollars getting the collector's editions for them? I can't complete it. Oh, I'm gonna burn everything.
No.
Fuck, man.
All I'm saying is that these are collector's items, and there's obviously going to be a series of them, and you're going to want to get them all, catch them all, like the Pokemons.
You are sick.
God.
Fucking sick in the head. Available this summer, the Destiny Volume 1 is an essential collection of comic stories for Destiny fans. This 144-page volume includes Bungie's comic collection, plus never-before-seen stories, behind-the-scenes galleries, and exclusive content from featured artists. So we get to see the Curse of Osiris comics that was so cringy that people legitimately left the game.
Hey, but by the way, that's also going to include the Cade comic. Hasn't been released yet.
That too.
Admittedly, the Anna Bray one was far better than the
Warmind ones were really
Warmind's got better. That's fine.
Really, really good.
I think, to be honest, I think it's going to look beautiful. I think if the anthology is anything to judge by, and that was just text on a page and still looks really good, the comics is going to be really nice.
Yeah,
do they have community art in the anthology? Because I still haven't got my view of
not community art, but they had new art, which was dope.
I tell you what, there's been one thing, like this is not even it's not a rant, it's just like there has been the more artists I follow who do the Destiny and Anthem things, it's God that there's some talented people out there.
Isn't it insane? I was talking to a bloke at work about this the other day, and I'm like, I am genuinely envious of visual artists because you can post an image on Twitter and it immediately resonates with people and go bang. Like, it's in people's face and they go, I like that, bang, retweet, like, whatever. And it's on. That's the process. I think Twitter's incredible for that. And like, every single day you stumble across something epic. There was the one of Anna Bray, yesterday or whatever? She had a nose. Yeah. Gorgeous. Whoever did that, I don't know. I can't remember, but it was great.
And then you've got some Pluggo advert, not an ad, but some Gamma's bloody art that he did for Maddie's Anthem video. Like that shit was fucking incredible.
Look at the screenshot.
I know. I said to fucking Gamma, mate, you do shit like this and people don't like it because they think it's fucking either A, official art, or B, a screenshot. And he still wanted to. I think he did 38 hours work or something for that one piece, something like that. Yeah. Yeah. It's
like it was amazing, absolutely amazing. Now, where was that one that I retweeted this morning? There's but
the shitty thing is, like, art's one of those weird areas where it's like, okay, to get traction, you basically got to fucking give it away for free.
Yeah.
I guess I guess that's like anything. I guess it's like being a YouTuber. You better give it away for free, otherwise you're not going to get anything.
All right, there we go. So that right there is absolutely amazing. Yeah, it's a hunter, but like, look at it. It's fucking incredible, man.
It's better than looking at you. I'll give it that.
Oh, fuck my ass.
Oh, come on, man.
How do I there we go. Fixed it. We're good. But that's insane.
That was good for all our audio listeners, the vast majority of people who listen to this podcast. It was a picture of a cool hunter.
Yay.
But no, it was
an exposure bucks.
No, it is. And we definitely have an absolute plethora of people who do incredibly cool art. And, of course, Gamma's,
Log, has the camera come back?
No, it hasn't.
Yeah, it hasn't. On my screen it has. Discord.
Hang on.
It wasn't Discord.
Yeah, it's back now. It's heaps worse now that it's back though.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
Ruined the podcast.
But no, the other thing that I really want to touch I really want to touch on is the end game stuff. Now, you spoke to a few people.
What end game stuff? What are you talking about?
For Anthem.
For Anthem.
Oh, fuck Anthem.
Don't be a fucking twat. All right, I actually spoke to my community about this the other day. Is that I want Anthem to succeed. Fuck EA, but BioWare are a fantastic developer. They make really, really good stories. The Mass Effect stories were incredible. Andromeda was really, really good, and I know that copped a lot of hate as well. I want Anthem to succeed. However, the end game, you were telling us, Matt, I'm not sure how much you can actually reveal.
Yeah, no, I can talk about all of that stuff.
The end game is not big. It's not big end game.
Well, they've released all that stuff now as well. But so I did 2 strongholds and a legendary contract, and we got given a epic guardian in each class, a Colossus, Storm, whatever.
Epic Javelin, yeah,
epic guardian. Jesus.
Okay, it's fine. I know what you mean.
epic javelin, and it's also some masterwork weapons. The thing about Anthem is I think it knows what kind of game it is, right? And I don't think it tries to pretend to be something else. You know, you're not going to find a Destiny raid in Anthem. That's not the end content. No. The end content is really about min-maxing with a team. When you start doing... So we did a stronghold on hard, and it was pretty manageable because we had quite powerful javelins. We then did it on Grandmaster, and we got nowhere. And we were at the correct level, and that's because we weren't using the gear correctly. So we weren't coordinating primers and detonators correctly for like optimal DPS. I wasn't really paying attention to the perks on my weapons and armor. And so if you like that kind of detail in your kind of games and you want to min-max and you have a team to do that, I think Anthem will suit you really well.
The takeaway that I got, so we actually spoke about off a stream, and then last week, you know, when I went on my massive rant, it didn't actually get released because I Log's got plans. I can see it in his eyes. But I said this, and I'll use this analogy again. Like a lot of people, like when it's difficult, they just keep throwing themselves at it, like they're carrying a sledgehammer. It's a brick wall, and they just keep smacking it and keep smacking it and keep smacking it. But when you get into Grandmaster 1, 2, and 3, and especially when you've got like more like the health percentage is really high, the damage against you is quite high. It's less of a sledgehammer, and you got to go with a scalpel.
Yeah,
does that make sense?
It definitely does. It's one of those things that in Destiny, right? You can sort of luck a lot of things. Like you pick up an exotic weapon, and it will feel exotic, and you'll just luck it. Like, you know, you shoot it, and it's shooting. You know, it's like Thunderlord. You know, lightning bolts all of a sudden coming down from the sky. Anthem feels like it has a little bit more, like you get a masterwork, you're going to have to open it up, you're going to have to read it, and then you're going to have to do something quite specific to like trigger those perks.
Yeah, exactly.
That's sort of what it felt like, rather than, hey, if I just chuck on all masterwork gear and epic stuff, I'll be groovy.
It's going down.
It doesn't really go that way.
It's going down the path of a true MMO where you've got to have the right gear, you've got to work together, you've got to and when I say work together, I mean call out, all right, this guy's primed, we're going to detonate, we're going to go for this guy. Like it's a true MMO rather than Destiny, which is, you can still do that, but once you get up to power, like to the decent power level, then once you get up to the right power level, then it's just, you know, paint by numbers. Can I
ask you guys something?
Yeah.
This is heavily geared around min-maxing, right? That's what you're saying. Is min-maxing armor to be able to complete a harder version of the same handful of content really an end game?
No.
Well,
No,
I think they need to add some more things to
Yeah,
it.
that's what I'm getting at. I think like there's parts of that game are fucking incredible, man. But there's just if there is seriously only 3 strongholds and open world events and whatever the cataclysms are, I mean they may well turn into be something much bigger than what I anticipate them being. And I'm going to eat my words and wholly and solely. But for me, doing the same mission over and over again to get gear, to then incrementally increase yourself, to then be able to do that mission again on a harder difficulty, to increase yourself, to then do the mission again. I don't want to fucking bar of it.
Hold on a second. Let me play devil's advocate, right?
All right. Yeah, go for it.
Just to play, because I do agree with you, and I do think they're going to need to provide something more in that space for the end game. I think they've got a little bit of rope to play with while people start working their way up there, but there needs to be something a little bit more. Okay.
So,
but
the other thing
on that note, though, like devil advocate, how many times have you played the most recent raid? Log?
Once.
It's me. In how long? In how long?
Fucking how long's it been out? I've done it the once with you and Ninja. I'm not an atypical raider though, so like.
Well, I mean, okay. So what I'm saying is, have you not just been doing the same shit over and over in Destiny to get better gear?
Yeah, no, because no. I mean,
what do you mean?
You play PvP, you play Gambit, you go and do Foundries, you go and or Forges, whatever you want to call them.
Well,
there's
okay. So that's a different conversation, right? That's saying that Destiny has variety in its PvP and Gambit, and I think that's a really big asset. That's different from you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no, I do, and I understand, and I'm picking up what you're putting down. It's comparing apples to oranges in a way, but if you take the nearest equivalent to strongholds in Destiny, which are probably strikes,
nightfalls,
yeah, like a nightfall strike. If the end game for Destiny was doing nightfall strikes to try and get gear that was a little bit better than the shit you've got, would you do it?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think a lot of people do.
already do that.
That's what I'm saying. I think a lot of people do that.
For those people, then Anthem's going to be great, but that's not what I'm going to do.
We'll see. That's why I asked you about it, because I don't really play PvP, right? So, I never, and I play PvP and I'm like, I hate every aspect of this. But I also don't like throwing myself at doing stuff over and over again too. I usually do that like fanatically for the first couple of weeks, that I drop off a bit. But that's not something that I always chase as well.
I get where both of you are coming from, and that's they're both very valid points, and I'm going to play the mid ground here and say that it's a bit of a wait and see game. But there is also tweets from Anthem as well that they've got quite regular content updates as well.
Yeah, I did notice that. Yeah.
So it is a wait and see type of situation.
Yeah.
I am worried. I am legitimately worried that if Anthem has bad review scores and doesn't sell as well as what the unreasonable amount. If it doesn't sell as well as what EA wants, which is an unreasonable amount, Anthem is going to be canned. The DLCs are going to be canned. It's going to be dead in the water like Titanfall and Titanfall 2. And the BioWare will be cut up, assets sold off, and people will lose their jobs, just like Activision is happening, Blizzard Activision right now.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's a story yet to be told. And for mine, I'm kind of like, I'm not coming at Anthem from the perspective of like, I don't want to see it succeed. I'm just kind of a little bummed that there's not more to it. If that makes sense. Like, I really had a good time with what I did have, but it was even in the beta, it was a bit like, is this it? Like, there's got to be some step up. So, I mean, I only really played the one class and all of that. So I didn't want to completely spoil it for myself thinking, there's going to be.
You also, when we first played Anthem together, you had more bugs than I did that entire first weekend.
Yeah, it stung me bad.
That may have that probably stung you pretty bad as well. Now, Origin's a pile of shit. And that's
Yeah, it is.
that's gonna make the game have poor. It's gonna give people a poor user experience on PC's end. However, I had quite a bit of fun just flying around in the open world. Like when that last weekend when the cataclysms opened up and the sky was, this big fucking red tornado looking thing. There were massive titans around. Like I was chatting away to my chat, blah blah blah, just flying around doing public events. This motherfucking giant titan just appeared and was like, "Oh fuck." And then,
were you in that event? Did you see that event?
Yeah. We fought
cool.
those big titans 3 times.
Yeah,
Like it was. It was
fun. I think BioWare have done what BioWare do well, and they've built a world. And I personally, I think the world's pretty intriguing. I think the lore has a really good foundation. I think, actually, this is some of the other stuff I haven't spoken about because I had an interview with lead producer Michael Gamble in Japan as well. And I got to ask him a bunch of story and lore stuff, which I haven't put out yet. And the way I really do think the way that they're telling a story in regards to the average player is more engaging than how Destiny does it. I'll tell you why. The Fort Tarsus basically is like single player. So you can go into Fort Tarsus and you get those classic sort of BioWare engagements with NPCs, and you can go in there and you can get your story told. And I feel like that's a little bit more engaging than when you go to the tower. It's not as social, but that's always been the issue with like balancing like an MMO with like a campaign. And we know that like Bungie's sort of gone away from that anyway now. And I think that's perfect for Bungie. I think that's Bungie's identity. Like I think Bungie's storytelling now lies in its grimoire and its comic books and the lore tabs, and that's how Bungie's telling its story right now, I think. And they'll do the big yearly, story every September, and everything else will be sort of hidden away. And I think that's fine. I think that's how Bungie does it. I think they should stick to that, and I think it works well now that people understand it. BioWare, I think, will get a lot of people. From what I've seen, the campaign's really good. It's not going to be one of those things that you're like, hey, what are we doing? Why are we doing? I can't remember. Like, if you want to pay attention, I think it will capture you.
Well, if you reference the Mass Effect codices and all that sort of thing, like everything's there for the taking, but they also, though, like you can look into the backstory of everything, but they're also like they tell a good story as well.
Yeah,
but
and there are also multiple dialogue options too. So
it's a wait and see situation. It's a wait and see situation. At this point, we can see here, like and the microtransactions are frightening as well. Like that's EA's influence right there. Is that, oh, you want this skin for your javelin? Well, pay us $18.
Yeah.
American for this skin for your javelin. Like that.
Look,
that'll just go straight back into lining the big bosses at EA's pockets and all that sort of thing. So, like it's
funny. It's really funny for me. Like, I had a couple of sponsored videos with EA, and it's funny. Like it's the same stuff we went with Bungie. Like when we had some stuff with Activision, it's like you meet all the people on the ground. They either represent Activision or represent EA, or you meet Bungie, or you might go to meet the guys from BioWare, and you have all these good talks and relationships, and then you get something like $20 fucking microtransaction skin.
Yeah, and you're like, who the fuck made this decision? Because everyone I've met seems like a really nice bloke, like or lady or whatever.
EA, the hatred of it doesn't it well, in my eyes, it shouldn't go anywhere near the developer, the audio guys, or the mocap, or the voice actors, or anything. It goes to the people who sit around the fucking board table and go, how are we going to screw people out of money?
Man,
your
bullshit.
mic is absolutely shitting its pants, Sloth. I'm not sure what's going on.
It's
dropping out a lot and stuff. I think you might have your noise gate a bit aggressively set, but that's all good. Just keep going. We'll figure it out.
Is that better? Or?
Yeah, you sound fine.
All right. Sorry about that. But no, like it's the hatred for EA is well deserved, but it should be pointed at the people at the very, very top, not at the developers, not at the people who.
It's so hidden.
The faces of it. It's so hidden.
All the people that make decisions that gamers aren't happy about, and they're not on fucking Twitter, man. They're not like
they're not
in your face.
They don't give a fuck. They're not the people who are ever going to read what you have to say anyway. And they're not the people who will get the fucking sack if their shit ideas don't work too. No, look.
Anyway, I know everyone's here for mainly Destiny, but I'm going to be covering more Anthem on my channel because I'm interested and also I'm sponsored. So that's always good motivation.
No, I think if you're coming into our podcast and like want purely Destiny, you're never going to get that. Like, Destiny is in the middle of the biggest fucking parts of its content release cycle. We're probably not going to have much leeway to be talking about other things, but right now we're in one of the lulls after a release, and there's a lot of other games that are coming out that are either similar in theme or are kind of related, or we're likely to be interested in as well. I mean, we haven't even spoke about Apex yet, so we'll do that in a minute. But like, at the end of the day, if you don't like it, just remember one thing. It's our show and we'll do what we want.
Well, I mean, that's exactly right. But
even if I don't really want to talk about Anthem, I'll let these fuckers talk about it.
Can I talk about, should I tell the story of the band? Of when I had that comment, it's like, I can't believe you sold out to EA.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Do it.
Go on.
Because, look, I use DDU to vent a little bit because I often keep this stuff in because, I don't know, I think people get really shocked if they see, like, an emotional Myelin. Like, if I say, like, listen up, you fucking pieces of shit. Like, whoa, where'd this guy come from? So I'll get it out of here. Anyway, look, because I've had some sponsored videos with EA, I've had some people like, oh, I can't believe you're supporting EA. I was like, right. I'm going. This is the guy that this is the guy that's gonna get it. I was like, look, how long you been watching for? Right? Look at how long he's been subscribing for. Basically since Destiny 1. Okay, you've watched. There's 26 million views on my channel, 400 lore videos over 4 years. You have never paid 1 cent, never made one donation. You don't pay $5 a month for a membership. Guess what? EA is keeping me afloat fucking January, because January sucks as a YouTuber. You basically lose money because the ad revenue drops through the floor, right? And like, I'm using the sponsorship money. I haven't announced this, but I'm already paying 2 other people to help me write Destiny lore content. So when I'm busy playing Anthem and doing other games, I actually have lore scripts coming through so I can maintain a Destiny lore quota. And the response back was, sorry, I retract. I retract this. I don't have a job. And I was like, it just blows my mind that someone who doesn't have employment would criticize me for seeking income to support my channel when they've been receiving content for 4 years without paying anything.
Yeah, they don't. But that's YouTube, man. We had a chat about this the other day.
That's YouTube. That's
and
Twitch.
It's YouTube, and it's the whole. Oh, but I pay you by watching the 5 seconds of an ad and then skipping it. And it's like, no, that's not the way it works, mate. That's you're paying fucking YouTube.
Yeah,
maybe
60% goes to YouTube, and then another percentage goes to my MC and the little dregs filter down to old Myelin games, and then I swish my wand around and see if I can make it more.
But it's at the end of the day, people don't understand that, and if you're not working closely, look, fuck, I didn't understand that until we started the podcast, until you were telling us all about the YouTube. Fuck, I didn't know about it.
Yeah,
this is the thing.
That's the other thing. Like, I also, and that's why I don't go on rants about it, because I have to remind myself that you don't really understand those kind of things. But but it's also conversations I don't like having. I don't like saying people like, hey, you know, the whole reason I'm taking like sponsorships is I don't want to get to the point where there's an ultimatum, which is like, guys, you need to do this or I'm leaving YouTube. I don't want to have that video conversation ever.
That's shit. That's utter shit. You need to do this. Otherwise, you're leaving YouTube. Yeah. You know what? If you, theoretical person, can't support yourself in
Sloth, just don't even go there. It's not even
no. If you theoretical can't support yourself, you theoretical person can't support yourself in doing a YouTube and a job and all that sort of thing, and you expect your viewers and your subs and and all that sort of thing to support your hobby, and it is a fucking hobby until you get to the point of Myelin or bigger, or you know, Ninja or bigger, you know, then
I think what Sloth's trying to say is it's a classless move to expect people to bloody fill your pockets when you know, like, exactly, go and get a job.
Well, yeah, and this is what I'm saying is like I you know, I forecast that conversation being very real if I didn't take some steps to make sure that Myelin Games has multiple revenue streams to get me through lows for when I finish like PhD, basically. And sponsorships have become a part of that. And I wish some of those people realize that sponsorships help me so immensely to keep delivering what they like. And I wish they would understand that it's actually giving them more of what they like, not less.
But the other side of the
it's fucking
the other
stupid,
day from
and that's why I tell you what, this is the fucking truth. Yesterday in my fever, I fucking mentally quit YouTube and I mentally quit my PhD, and I thought, fuck, this fever's strong, man, because I'm giving up on everything.
I'm giving up, man.
I fucking quit YouTube. I was like, I'm fucking sick of these people. I was like,
someone clip this, please clip this.
Me and Matt had a chat yesterday just talking about some other stuff, and it was not like talking to Matt at all, because normally he's the kindest, nicest dude going, and it was fucking pointed. It was kind of like having a conversation with myself.
Now off of Anthem, YouTube and all that sort of thing. Another thing that Matt and I have been enjoying quite a bit, and it came out of fucking nowhere.
Apex, yeah.
It's got Apex Legends. Now, anyone
will go down in history as the best marketing strategy.
No marketing at all
in the last 5 years, probably of a game release.
Yeah, no marketing at all. It's just like, boom.
Well, no. There definitely was marketing. Their marketing was pay the top Twitch guys to be Apex partners.
That too, but no, it is again, like the BR for hit. And people have been hit by the fever once again, for lack of a better term.
Do you know what was so brilliant about their marketing was that, imagine, right, they game news is pretty big at the moment, like in regards to, you look at like your Jim Sterlings and your...
Except for PC Gamer, fuck you, those guys.
No. Yeah, but I'm talking about your independent game reviewers, right?
Yeah.
Like, and not just game reviews, but like game news. It's pretty hot sort of topic in regards to YouTube views and all that kind of thing. Yeah. You know, can you imagine if we got wind of Respawn making a BR and not Titanfall 3? What damage that would have done?
Oh, dude, that's the masterstroke, innit?
They just sidestepped that all and said, good fucking product, how about you give it a shot?
Yeah,
it was like, nobody had time to be outraged by it. No one had time.
So the really genius thing about this is that A, it's free. B, Respawn are the industry veterans. They are the industry tier 1 developers out there for PvP games. Titanfall 1 and Titanfall 2 were the best, were the best PvP experience I've ever had in any game whatsoever. And they have done it again with Apex. Like, it doesn't have double jump. It doesn't have wall running. It doesn't have this, that, and the other that is based in the Titanfall universe. It doesn't have Titans, but it has fantastic gameplay. And
by the way, they have come forward and said that there is other Titanfall things.
Yeah, Titanfall 3 is
in development.
The thing.
Yeah,
it will probably be a while.
Yeah.
But
I mean, but even then, like, I still think that that would have been a conversation anyway. Like, that would have been something for them to deal with, and the fact that they could have a flawless launch.
Oh,
did
dude.
you like?
Dude, it's the dream run. It's the dream run.
What was that fucking Atlas game?
the biggest thing is that I didn't know about this until 3 days out from this, and I keep my eye on news. I keep my eye on YouTubers, sort of thing. I don't have my finger on the pulse of the internet per se, but I keep an eye on game releases and all that sort of shit. And it came out of nowhere. And as Et said, is the game release equivalent to just introducing yourself by dropping your magnum dick on the table and just going, I'm here, fuckos. You know, like,
I can't comment on that because I've got no experience in that regard. But
well, neither do I. But like, this is the thing. Like, it legitimately came out of nowhere, and it's just like, here is this free BR that quite legitimately may have toppled Fortnite off the top of the Twitch directory.
It did,
and dragged a lot of the older FPS players from Fortnite to Apex.
So this is right. Not really maybe a complaint. I believe I was listening to Shroud stream before it dropped. They were quite involved with playing the game before release as a closed system. And I think that was part of they got a lot of buy-in from a lot of the big guys early on, which 100% would have needed EA's dollars to back it. If you type in hashtag Apex Partner, which was what was trending before they dropped, and everyone's like, what the fuck is this? You got Mulesic, Dr. Lupo, Shroud,
Marsalk.
Like, everyone, basically, that's anyone on Twitch or YouTube as an Apex partner who'd already had buy-in, had already played it, was 100% part of its success. Now,
and like this NDA that people are talking about have been but because I tell you what, like, there was nothing. There was no rumblings. There was no rumors. And people have been saying, yeah, we've been playing for months, we've been helping Respawn develop it.
So, yeah.
Where the fuck did it, like, seriously, where the fuck did it come on?
So imagine this, right? Imagine this, like, Respawn, right? Titanfall obviously had a fucking awful launch because it was wedged between whatever, what was it? Overwatch or something. Like,
Battlefield 1, Overwatch, and Call of Duty,
right?
Something.
Imagine they went, listen, we're not going to do a typical marketing strategy. We're going to do zero marketing. Rather than that, we're going to put all the budget into getting all the top guys on board. We know that if we can get into Twitch and the top of that, it will work. We know we've got a good product. Let's not waste any money on billboards. Let's give it to Shroud, Ninja, and Lupo. Okay?
Yeah,
and
legit.
Let's put all our fucking eggs in that basket and get them on board. Make sure that they want to fucking play this game. So we'll get them in. We'll pay them to come and to play it and test it and give feedback. So they keep playing it afterwards. And once we know we've got a good BR, we'll just drop it. Call them Apex.
Yep. See you later. And it's done. And it's out. Now, will this affect the launch of Anthem? No, I don't think so. Because BRs are BRs, Anthem is Anthem, Destiny is Destiny, and Division 2 is Division 2.
You know what, dude? No. I see it exactly the other way because it's a viable fucking addictive game that people are playing instead of playing Destiny or anything else. It will absolutely have an impact, especially if it goes on to be the next fucking Fortnite, which everyone's carrying on like it will. Like, there's not an infinite number of people playing video games, and it's fucking free. Like, it's not even that you need to go and pay, $100 and jump into a subscription model to get your hands on it. It's fucking free. Done.
I will agree to disagree with you there, mate, because Anthem is a PvE only game, and this is a PvP only game, and there is a huge. It may not be on Twitch, which a lot of people think is the only measure of success. It may not be on Twitch, but there is a massive and a massive support base for a PvE only game. I'm going to agree. Honestly.
I think it's a game. Like that's what
I
mean.
I don't know what you guys are arguing about.
No, we're not arguing. It's just that like I'm saying that people are asking in chat, is this going to affect the release of Anthem? I don't believe it will.
Did Fortnite hurt the profile of Call of Duty or Destiny? Did we see people leave Destiny to go and play Fortnite?
They are PvP. They have games with PvP elements.
I understand that, but
only game.
It's a game. That's what I'm getting at. There's only so many people in the world playing games.
You're right. You are correct.
Yeah, I see what I think. Yeah, you're both right. I think
Thanks,
though.
Dad.
I think games that are more services like Destiny and Anthem, where you have it. Well, then again, PvP games are like services now too. You have seasons. You have, the stuff you buy. They release. Apex is going to release new characters without a doubt.
Yeah.
They're going to release new characters. So, now that I'm talking it out loud, I'm probably agreeing more with you, Log, but I still think that even though it's going to be massive, it's not for everyone.
Yeah, I do.
So,
I don't even know that it's 100% for me, to be honest. But like, I had fun with it, and I had fun with Anthem.
Not if I'm playing with Sassy.
But
you know what you need to do, Matt? You need to stream yourself playing this with Sassy, because people will see a fucking different side of you. Myelin rages.
The big thing that's going to affect the numbers of all games coming out. The big thing that's going to affect all these games coming out is that the sheer number of games that are coming out.
Yeah.
So next Friday we've got Metro Exodus. We've got Anthem, the early
Anthem's
release.
on the 15th. Yeah.
Yeah. We've got Division 2 in March, and then the 3-day early release of that. We've got the Season of the Drifter and that, and then you've got the ongoing releases of Apex and Fortnite and PUBG. Fuck, PUBG hasn't crossed my mind for a fucking age. Far Cry New Dawn. You've got Rage 2. Like there is a lot of games coming out in the next 6 months in very short periods of time. And people are like, there's going to be number drop off everywhere. And there'll be ebb and flow, of course. Like people will go, I'm going to go to Destiny, and then I'm going to go to Division 2, and then I'm going to go to Apex. And so it's ebb and flow, of course. So you'll see fluctuations of numbers. But I don't know. Now, just one thing that you sort of, no, you didn't allude to it, but you did say that it's got big numbers on Twitch and all that sort of thing. The big AAA publishers hiring influencers.
I'm not touching this.
Which are now fucking. They're basically salespeople. They're just.
It puts so much fucking power in the hands of high-profile people on Twitch.
Yeah,
like really, when you're saying that an entire game's successful marketing strategy hinged on Shroud and Lupo and all of that sort of shit, like. Do I want to get into whether or not that's right or wrong or indifferent? Probably not, because at the end of the day, it's the same thing as fucking Nike selling trainers with basketball players, right?
It is exactly the same thing. The only difference was, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm interested to hear. The only difference is
some fucking idiot just followed our thing. Their name is subscribed to PewDiePie, and it is flat out written between you, Bear, right now.
I can see it. Welcome, man. Is with the hashtag Apex partner, I reckon that was not within is it FTC guidelines. If you
I don't know.
This paid, I can't imagine. Like you have to assume that Shroud and Lupo received some monetary gain as an Apex partner from EA. And part of that would have been tweeting that they're an Apex partner.
Hmm.
And if that's the case, you can't just put hashtag Apex partner because Twitter does not recognize that as you telling your audience you were paid. You either have to put hashtag ad like we did when Activision contracted us or hashtag sponsor, right? Yep. That's how Twitter says that you need to communicate to people that you were paid to do this.
This right? is the AAA. This is
I don't have an issue with it, but you have to be. Obviously, I don't have an issue because I've taken sponsorships.
Yeah,
and that's why I have to say this video is sponsored by EA. This tweet is essentially sponsored by EA because if I might have not tweeted it without that sponsorship.
Yeah.
That's what I have an issue with.
This is the thing. So basically, there is a Twitch partner that was who dabbled in publishing and development and all that sort of thing, and she is now working for Ubisoft as their lead influencer.
Basically, it's a fucking thing, and it has been for years.
Yeah, it has been
nothing new.
But like the only, this isn't anything new. But this is how it went back into my mind. Is that Cody excessive profanity tweeted about it, and it's like
national treasure.
National treasure. This is what it is, and I'm not going to quote his tweet because that's his thought process and all that sort of thing. But this person is going to go around to streams and going, "Hey, I'm going to contact you and just say, yeah. Would you like to play this for a series of tweets?" So it's a person in Twitch who is ingrained in the Twitch universe. Going to other Twitch partners and saying, "Hey, this game's going to be pretty good. Would you like to do this for a sponsor? Or would you like to do 3 streams and so many tweets and all that sort of thing? And you influence your audience to come and play and buy our game." It really detracts from the people who are on Twitch as content creators and turns them into salesmen.
I'm trying to think of like the sport equivalent of this and just to think if this is any different from what we already see. Not really.
It's not. It's not, but it's a new thing for this industry, and it's fraught with peril. Because if we get to a
same as an athlete being exclusive to Nike.
Oh, that's.
But I don't think there's. Yeah, that it is as old as the hills, but really. I don't want to see it.
Well, actually, it's not right because they're what is their title?
Influencer. Yes.
I don't know why you would want that. I don't see the benefit for the Twitch person, to be honest.
It's because you're already ingrained. Yeah, they're already ingrained. They know how Twitch works.
Oh no, they must have played them a lot.
Yeah, and they know how Twitch works. They know that if they can get like people, these companies,
are they big on Twitch? Are they big?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe they're quite a large partner.
See, because sometimes the issue is, well, I think a lot of the time is the issue is getting hold of content creators, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube, because we just don't fucking check our emails. We won't talk to you because we can't sift through the shit that's real and not real. So,
oh god, I get emails every fucking week.
Right. So. I've still got this lady emailing me, checking in every day. Did you get my email? Just respond. I'm never responding to you. I've read your email. I'm not responding. Because that's a rookie play.
The reason why I think this is dodgy is the fact that a lot of casters don't have the integrity to go, "Oh, it's an ad. I'm doing this for money." A lot of content creators don't do that. They don't have the integrity. I won't call anybody out.
I think more they are willing to blur the lines where it suits.
They're blurring the line, and as far as I'm concerned, you're also selling out your professional integrity by not saying it's an ad and taking money from this AAA industry, AAA company, this publisher. You're selling out your personal integrity. And, well, I don't know how it is for other customers, but for me, my community is my extended family.
All right.
I wouldn't
I
sell
feel like you're
products
mixing.
to
I feel like you're mixing different like things here. I think
probably
there's
honestly.
one conversation which is like, the long and the short of sponsorships, in my mind, are completely fine as long as you're transparent about them. Okay, and in most cases, they support the creator to keep doing what they do, which is why you subscribe.
And that's why I was trying to be tactful with my words, because I don't want to drag you into this, because like you were just talking about this before, but like the issue that I have with it is that a lot of casters don't have the integrity that you do. Well, and they won't say it's an ad.
Here's the thing: Twitch is a really fucking great area with how to say stuff ad. Because, and I think that's also what's tricky about Apex Partner, right?
Yep.
I saw an overlay on some streams that had Apex Partner for a short time, and then it went away. And you have to wonder, like, how long were they paid for to play that in the release? Because I'm sure there probably was a contract to play it for X hours upon release. And I think that Twitch is not very transparent with sponsorships sometimes.
They're not. Look at the whole Ninja fucking New York adverts and all that sort of thing. But anyway, that's getting into another thing entirely. Anyway, there is some shit happening. Keep an eye on it. Well, if you are a caster and you get sponsored, be straight up, transparent, and just say, this is an advertisement. I'm playing this because I am taking money from this publisher, this developer.
It should be in the title of your stream.
Title of your stream. Remind people in the stream as long as you are playing it.
Yeah.
That's my take on it.
This is funny. Long's just been like, I fucking hate you guys this whole time. Like,
it's not that. It's one of those things where, like, I look at it and this sort of shit's something I view really, really cynically. And maybe it's just because it's like, I don't know. It's like a guitarist in a really big band.
This is gaming now, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and it's like there was the last bastion of non-corporate bullshittery like this. And it's fucking become it hard and become it in a really bad way. That, like, there is no way in the world that the top level of content creators weren't paid in some capacity to promote the game. But in no capacity have they made it transparent that they have been paid to play the game. Now, is there some deliberate blurring of lines on their part, or is it EA and Respawn doing it in that, look, we won't pay you to tweet or anything like that. We'll give you a salary, like what happened with Darkness when he went to fucking Facebook. Like he was paid a salary to stream on Facebook. Like, but his streams don't say ad. Like, they're just streams. You know what I mean? So it's exactly the same thing. And I think this industry is really pathetically fucking regulated in that front. So what can we do about it? Nothing.
I hate it. Look, it's only going to pick up. It's going to pick up. Like, this is the sign of the times of how much money's in gaming, and it's only going to become. My 100% prediction is that you'll see a lot more sponsors, even in what I would say like mid-tier channels like myself, because advertisers are realizing the power of using an influencer to promote a product, and Apex just showed how powerful that can be, right? And it is, I think, what marketing firms are realizing is it's even more effective to target mid-tier creators as well. You don't need the biggest fish in the ocean. What you need is a really niche market. YouTube has so many analytics that you 100% know who's watching you. And so I think it's only going to become more popular, and these kind of things are going to be ironed out, and people who aren't playing by the rules are going to get pinged hard because it's
I fucking hope
illegally. So. It's illegal
because it's not only the both Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Mixer, who are going to be dragged over the coals. I want the people who are like the publishers and the developers that are doing this incredibly shady shit to be also dragged over the coals, but they won't be. It'll be the content creators that are dragged over the coals because they're protected by their army of lawyers and their fucking millions of dollars.
Yeah, it's easy to take that fucking like that. I mean, for a game, there's no real loss, but look, this is we've gone into the classic doom and gloom of fucking content.
No, we always get there
again. It's like once every 2 months we just end up here. But just to be clear, like I don't begrudge anyone out there trying to hustle for a living, so don't take it that way, especially with like Darkness doing the Facebook thing. I think that was a ballsy move and it's paid off for him, so good. What I was commenting on is purely the level of transparency around these sorts of things that I think systemically is shit. So there's that.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, if you're approached, if you are a budding caster or content creator and you're approached by these people, and if they help you help you pay your next rent or your next food bill or your next phone bill or your next internet bill, and you don't think, and you like the contract and you like the deal and all that sort of thing, take it, but be transparent.
Sloth's internet's just been cut off by whoever it is. You just froze. Fucking dead.
Sorry about
bloody Townsville floods.
I was just saying, like, be transparent.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah,
that's all it comes down to. And to be honest, you can get in really big fucking trouble if you're not transparent. So just
say at the top of your video or the top of your cast or break or anything like that, this is sponsored content. This is sponsored content. Yeah. I am taking a paycheck.
Yeah. And then on YouTube they even help you too. There's a little tick box that you tick, and it adds a overlay that says paid content as well, and that really covers all your bases.
It's as easy as that.
Yeah.
But so the internet, the fucking internet trucks are being blocked by the floods, unfortunately. So sorry about that.
Thank you for that. Hey, did you know that Sassy improved his internet connection last night by defragging his hard drive?
Defragging his SSD of all things.
Yeah, and then he ran ScanDisk, and now it's 100%.
But no, like on the note, I really enjoy Apex. I really enjoy Apex. I'm looking forward to the next couple of months with new games. Whether they're going to be good or not is completely in your opinion. And if you're on the fence with any of the games that you're buying, so Metro Exodus, Anthem, Division, don't give them any money until you see, like, content creator, they're your content creator or otherwise. Myelin with Anthem, someone else with Div 2 or whatever. Or yeah, I've just got the burp. Sorry about that.
It's all right. Your mic's hardly working anyway.
Wait, watch them. Watch. Support your favorite content creator. Say, get their thought processes on it before you make that jump. Pre-orders aren't necessarily bad, but with AAA publishers, it is.
You know what? Just watch fucking streams of it. That's a really great way of getting a handle of what a game's about. Don't jump in and pre-order everything because you get burnt. The end.
All right. So the there are.
Is he frozen on your end too, Matt?
He's frozen. No, he's back.
Fuck, my internet is a fucking shit fight. Log's a streamer. Go and follow him. Matt's a streamer. Go follow him.
Don't follow me. I just play Destiny. I don't play anything new. So don't follow me.
Ninja is a streamer. Go follow him. Like there are a vast multitude of casts you can support and watch them and get their opinion on a game. Then you can make an educated decision. Okay.
Yay. Okay.
Yay.
All right.
Use common sense.
So you legitimately, common sense isn't all, like, have a think about it before you pull the trigger. Don't make a mistake like I did. Fucking hell. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, queries, doubtful points about anything we've spoken about in the cast, please let us know in the YouTube comments or at the DDU Twitter, DDU_podcast, at LogPowerSlave, at Myelin Games, at Realtime Sloth. Thank you very much to our live chat for watching as per the usual. It is quite late for the Brits and the Yanks, but thank you for jumping in. If you're on our audio-only platform, thank you very much for your continued support. And if you have any questions, queries, please send us through on Twitter and YouTube. If it's your first time on the channel, welcome. We are the Destiny Down Under podcast. Please consider hitting that subscribe button, the bell, and let us know what you think about. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, cool. I love, like, I always giggle. Who made fun of your sign out? What do they say about how long it took?
Chalk. It goes for fucking 4 years.
Because it goes for 4 years.
You know what we should do, Sloth? We should start. I'll play guitar and you can do your fucking sign out. just to spice it up a bit, eh? Hang on, I'll go get it. We'll fucking try again.
All right.
I love it though. I love it. It just goes on.
There are 3 platforms. Go shut the fuck up. Fuck.
It just goes on and on.
There's also just oh, he hasn't got his headphones.
Oh god, we're doing
Put your
this.
headphones in, you daft cunt.
Hey?
Log, do you mind if I do a little bit of pluggo in regards to the Beyond Blue stuff?
Oh, hang on. Yeah, I won't play music over that.
Before we get to the silly part, pluggo for my own personal stuff. This coming Friday and Saturday, I'm going to be doing a charity stream for Beyond Blue. Now, Beyond Blue are a mental health charity here in Australia and across the world that help people with identifying, supporting, and just general mental health well-being across the board. They've done a big part of my life. They've helped me out with a big part of my life. They, when I had the surgery to remove the lower half of my left leg, I went into a deep depression, and all that sort of thing. And I did attempt to kill myself. So they helped me out with that. They helped out my family quite a lot. So I want to try and help them with their yearly fundage and all that sort of thing. So we're going to be doing 2 streams. I was going to do a 24-hour, but my health just can't do it. So we're going to be doing 2 12-hour streams on a Friday and Saturday, 11:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, 12 hours then, and then back on Saturday night doing that as well. So if you guys want to swing past and show some support, that's cool. If you don't want to, that's fine as well. But this is the only charity stream I do all year, and it's kind of important, just a little bit. Thanks, guys. Sorry about that. There's a bit of a dark sort of end to that. Let's go with.
Do not apologise. Just for that sort of shit.
Chucky had the worst timing. Literally, just as you were talking, I just read this sign off is 1 of 2 or 4. And I started giggling. And I was like, fuck's sake, Chuck, Jesus. Someone's
So
going to
you
clip
just
that out
laugh.
of context and says, like, Myelin Games laughs at suicide. What?
Yeah, you are a
So-
toxic
No.
motherfucker.
You fucking
So
toxic
you ready,
kid.
Log? You ready,
Yeah,
mate?
go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for hanging out in our live channel. If you have any questions, queries, doubtful points, please let us know in Discord, on Twitter, or in the YouTube comments. It is quite late for the Yanks and the Brits, so thank you very much for showing up. Our audio-only listeners, thank you very much for your continued patronage. If any questions, queries, doubtful points, Discord, Twitter, all that sort of thing. And to our YouTubers, YouTube patrons, welcome to the channel. We're the DDU, and if you've not been here before, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the bell. We upload once a week, mostly on Saturdays. and let us know what's your favourite part of the podcast was today in the comments below. We have been the Destiny Down Under podcast, and we'll catch you next time.
Who the fuck called me a lefty? I am not. It's my camera flipped.
Your camera's flipped, yeah.
Oh. Jesus Christ. All right, Matt, say something profound while I go to the...
The law is coming. #ad. That's it. That's it. We're out.
You're
See you later.
Bye. Shall we go?